Good morning, guys. Dylan Geddes here at Gnarled Iron Forge. So today we're going to start working on the knife once again. Got to get it cleaned up. Gonna take a wire wheel to it just to get all the scale off, just to see what we're working with. And then we're gonna take it over to the belt sander and utilizing an angle grinder as well, just to clean up the profile of it before we get to a heat treat. And then we're going to go ahead. I will heat it up, get my touch mark put in place. And then we will get her moved along. So thanks for joining me, and it's good to get back to the knife, right? Now you can see a lot of obvious spots. Right there's a mishit, which kind of stinks. The rest of the blade itself looks actually pretty clean. Don't want to pat myself on the back or anything, but I'd say that looks pretty good. Obvious parts here, missed hammer blow there. There's a chunk right there, same with right in there and whatnot. I should have used a fuller for this. I should not have used a hot cut. That's what caused these little marks here. Don't worry, we're going to be thinning this handle out ever so slightly, and that's going to get rid of all of this, and we're going to bring the actual blade portion up to about here. As you can see, our plunge lines start at about right here-ish, so we got plenty of meat to work with before we get into the blade itself, so long as it doesn't interfere with the knife. We got some thinning out to do, specifically right here in the handle on both sides, theoretically. You'll notice that it thins out in the center, and that is slightly intentional. I'm going to leave that rough in there. I might even scrape it up, and that would help with adhesion for the epoxy to adhere to, because ultimately that's what's going to be holding the handle on, is modern day epoxies. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to get this clamped down. I'm going to grab an angle grinder. I'm going to start cleaning up in these areas here. Actually, I'll bring it over to the belt sander. I think we'll just start up on that.
forging a blade, all these little inclusions. I could sit there and grind them out, and I might eventually, I'm not too crazy yet, but a lot of that's going to happen because that's what happens when you work a little bit of scale gets built up. up on it and we'll hit it from there. Not that flatter, that would make things different, but so it doesn't truly impede anything on the blade itself. It is an aesthetic. Now, I should mention, it is not my intention to leave these things for this book, as that is just more craftsmanship, in my opinion. So if I can get those out, I'll absolutely. So you can see how all that forking kind of paid off. Now we got a bevel already going on. I have to bring this bevel back a little. I have to refine the bevel up in here. And this one, obviously, like I said, when we were importing process, I kind of favored one side.
There we go. Now when I turn this on, it's gonna might ride on that a little bit. Not too bad. Too much. The rest of that will be fixed up with a file. Check it out. Coming together. Now, all of that in there, like I said, was left to leave some room for the epoxy. Give us something to adhere to, right? Da, 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 da. This will give you a nice little idea for scale. Lovely little blade. This isn't polished yet. I still have to I still have to do a little bit more sanding, and then I'm gonna take it over to heat treat. Before I heat treat it, though, get my touch mark punched in the spine, and then we're gonna heat treat it up, and then give it a final finish. Get a handle put on, a guard as well. I gotta forge a guard for this bad boy, and then she's done. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it. If you dislike the video, please dislike it. Let me know why in the comments down below as to why you either liked it or disliked it, so that way I might fix that in the future. This is a little less energetic, I guess. I'm just feeling a little tired today. These things happen. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. We're slowly and steadily growing, and I think that's just the coolest thing in the world, man. I'm excited. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits about that. So anyway, I won't keep you anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.